a man a man? What makes a man a man? Am I a man? Yes, technically I am.
René Descartes attempted to prove, among other things, that he, in fact, existed. Through a long process of trial and error, he eventually found that he could unequivocally demonstrate that no matter what else was the case, he was asking whether or not he existed, and therefore there was a he to ask the question, and therefore he existed even if every single other thing was just an illusion. Cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. This would later cause Mortimer Adler to ask why Descartes felt that his own existence required proof. And I think that's an even more provocative question. I don't know why Descartes felt that his own existence needed to be demonstrated. I don't know why some people feel that seemingly intuitive and obvious things require proof. I don't know why some people feel that seemingly intuitive and obvious things require lots and lots and lots of philosophical and cultural and scientific analysis. But some people do. I am male. Why do I say that? Because I was born with a penis. That is all the consideration I've ever given it. I've never questioned that having a penis means that I'm a guy. I've never given the question, what is gender, a second thought, or a first one for that matter. As far as I'm concerned, biological sex and gender are synonymous, and our expression of gender exists between a dichotomy of masculine and feminine, more or less of one than the other. This is how I feel based on absolutely no thought whatsoever. This is how it's always looked to me, and so this is what I've always unquestioningly accepted as a given. However, and I know this is going to sound shocking to the internet, you might want to take stock of yourselves when I point this out. Some people feel differently. Some people have thought about this a little bit more than not at all. Some people think that sex and gender are more elusive concepts than intuition might indicate. So who's right? Well, let's hear what the internet experts have to say.
As far as the actual...
No, stop. I take it back. Never mind. I withdraw the question. I don't care. Get us out of here. Irrelevant. I'm not even going to attempt to evaluate this. My issue is not with the people who, in my opinion, overanalyze what gender is or why they do that. My issue is with the weird knee-jerk reaction to those people and the idea that their being correct or incorrect had anything to do with how they should be addressed. The objections to addressing people according to their alternative view of gender and the protections thereof are threefold, and they're ridiculous. 1. That we don't have to address people as they like if their preference is based upon an ideology that we disagree with. Okay, the idea that gender is a social construct of the Western patriarchy is an ideology, but the desire to be addressed as a neutral gender pronoun isn't. Many black people took on different names referring to those of their birth as their slave name. Even if we were to disagree with their reasoning or their political ideology that motivated the decision, we still have to call them by their name because it's their name. 2. That addressing people as such is tantamount to accepting their ideology, and so by being required to refer to gender non-binaries as neutral pronouns in the workplace or as a tenant or whatnot, you're being forced to espouse a political doctrine that you don't believe in. If I'm in an official function with the Queen of England, I'm going to refer to her as Your Highness, despite the fact that I don't recognize the legitimacy of the monarchy and I have no real respect for the institution. This may come as a shock to the internet, but many a person has referred to priests and preachers as father and bishop and reverend without accepting Roman Catholicism or Christianity. Even Christopher Hitchens referred to the Pope as the Holy Father. That doesn't mean that he respected him or thought that he was holy or respected his office. It's just what he's called. No, addressing people in the way that they prefer to be addressed doesn't mean that you affirm their ideological premises, even when those premises are ideological. Just as an aside, When that Ken Ham presentation was over, I came back in because the people who drove me there had to drive me home, and I came face to face with the man himself. You know what I said to him when he acknowledged me? I shook his hand and said thanks for coming because I'm not a 5-year-old. 3. That they don't really want to be addressed this way. This is all just a ploy to do Marxism somehow. I will not even dignify that with a reply. Look, guys, I've spent the last 30 years of my life hearing about how anything that isn't traditional white America in the 50s is the communists taking over. I'm not doing this anymore. I think that the views that we just looked at are far more immature and childish and ideologically based than the views that they're reacting to. Whatever anybody's views on gender are, I have to tell you I'm perfectly comfortable with mine, but I also don't get in a tizzy or feel threatened when people have different ideas, and I don't feel that addressing a person as Zer upon request is unreasonable, even if I might find it a bit silly. In the immortal words of Aristotle, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The problems are solvable. Thank you, and Godspeed.